So let's talk about something. 5 signs that I almost missed that my child had leukemia. The first thing was fevers. Fevers that came out of nowhere, that never truly resolved. There was no real reason. There was no other sickness happening. I'm just making me some breakfast, guys. Protein, eggs. And fevers that came out of nowhere. Bruising that didn't make sense. I'm not talking about normal bruising. You know how your kids bruise their legs or maybe their shins or their knees. This is like random bruising on the back of her leg, patterns of bruises, like bruising all up and down one side of her arm, even little petechiae, which is basically like little red bumps or marks. I guess that's the way you can describe it in layman's terms. That were all over her chest, randomly. The next thing that I noticed was dizziness. She was really dizzy. She would just randomly have these dizzy spells. She had them at school. She, the last month, months before she was diagnosed, it just these dizzy spells, feeling really woozy randomly. And it would just come out of nowhere, and it would really scare her. And it scared us as well. Fatigue. It was another thing. Like, she was wanting to nap, wanting to lay down. She would do one thing, one activity, and then she would be tired. And she would want to lay down, which is not our kid. Like, she wants to play. I noticed that she didn't want to get in the pool, and she didn't want to do things that she normally would want to do. She would just sit out and say, no, I'll just play my tablet, or no. Looking back, hindsight on that, realizing like it wasn't just saying I'm tired and laying down. Sometimes it was just choosing not to do activities that she once really loved to do or would love doing with her sister. So sitting out a lot instead of doing those. And then paleness, and not like she would look white as a sheet. Now my kid is Asian half, of course. She's going to look different, but you may notice that if your child is a child of color, like I'm a person of color, it may just be looking washed. Like she was just really pale. If you don't notice that, you can always check their gums. If their gums seem really light pink, really pale, you can check here and pull down their eyelid and look below their eyelid if that seems really pale and not profuse swell and not really pink. That is all. These things separately can just be childhood things or attributed to other things, but once you start to see that, should alert you to get them checked out, take them to their pediatrician, have your provider look at your kid. As parents, we know when something's not right, and so keep digging until you find the answer.